Hi Cancer, and welcome to your 2024 January horoscope. So what we're going to be looking at here today is just kind of the general energy that you kind of have coming in. We're going to look at the general energy, the challenges that may be coming, and then some general advice. We'll then pull some cards to look at maybe what this is and where it applies. We'll then pull a relationship card to just look at maybe a relationship in your life, whether that be friends, family, romantic partner, or what have you. And then we'll pull a deck from my own homemade oracle deck called Birds of a Feather Flock Together. That's just some general advice. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I also want to say a quick reminder that I'm going to also try and remember to put a card up here that I also have yearly horoscopes for all of the signs. So if you're interested in looking up your pile and seeing what might be coming for you here in January, you guys can look at that and see if it applies. So yeah, I have those available for every single month, and they are separate videos. So, all right, I'm gonna give this one last good shuffle here. You gonna do something? No? Okay. Nice. Okay, I want to mix this top part in a little bit. Come here, in you go. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, so Cancer, your big energy here for January. So I'm feeling that you are burnt out. I feel like you're really burnt out here in January. I think you had a really rough December in January or December of 2023. So maybe the holidays were really rough on you, or even just life in general in 2023 was really rough with new things coming at you time and time again. So what I'm really feeling is like you're just lacking a lot of energy here within this month. Feeling kind of down, and like it's like I need to clean the house, but it's like I don't want to clean the house. Also, if a few of you might, if you do maybe have some seasonal depression, this might be also something that kind of comes up and pops up here in January. So just want to kind of really let you guys be aware of that here, and just putting it all into like, let's mellow it out just a little bit. The other half of this is that you might have a frantic energy about you on the other half of it. So remember, this is like a general, so it could go either way. But for some of you, you could also be a little manic, is what it feels like, where it's like, I need everything to be perfect. This thing needs to be perfect. This thing needs to be perfect. And you're trying to achieve like what you want, but you're doing it in a way that's kind of dictating what others are feeling, thinking, and doing. So it could go either way. I'm more feeling the lacking of the energy from the majority of you, but just letting you know that there could be a balance, an emotional imbalance where you might go really lacking energy one day to maybe lashing out another day. So just letting you be aware of that. Looking at the challenge that you have. Okay. So it feels like there's something that was not said, or there's something you're not saying. Because I'm seeing conflict avoidance, and lost cause or relenting. So what I'm feeling here for you guys, my beautiful Cancers, is I feel like there's stuff you want to say, and it puts you down because you haven't been able to say it. And then like there are definitely days where you are like, I just don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to deal with it. Like, leave me alone. Just like get out of my space. And then there are other days where you're like so tired and angry at other people because they aren't listening. They aren't doing this. They aren't doing that, because there might just be some communication difficulties with other people, or someone's not saying something to you that like you feel instinctually that's like, you aren't saying something, what's wrong, why aren't you telling me? And then the other part of it too could be like, I have something I want to say, but you're holding it in. and you're not letting it out. And for everyone's circumstances, it could be different, but I feel like a lot of this could be solved just by speaking and this emotional imbalance of not feeling essentially appreciated to feeling appreciated could potentially be resolved. Let's just take a look at the advice here. The towers. So the tower reversed. So disaster avoided, near missed, resisting change, stall, delaying the inevitable. Interesting. So the advice here is to actually keep this in, which is like the opposite of what I personally tend to do. So here it really is saying the advice here is like, let it just be. And it looks like this conversation or this topic is just not the right time to have it. So it's like you're stalling, you're delaying the inevitable. It's like almost people, it's like this conversation, I know we need to have it, but it's like all this other stuff is here right now. And really interesting. Yeah, this is really interesting. I did not. So yeah, with all of that then here, I'm going to then pull from my Tea Leaf Oracle deck to see where this might apply to you, Cancers. Because it feels like you're delaying this conversation, and it is to delay it. Like, now is just not the time for it. Guys, are we sure? All right. So it's like, oh my goodness, you have a lot of tea leaf cards. So we have Tulip, which is great passion. We have Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Okay. Rat, someone is working against you behind your back. You guys have an Op, Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Valley, deep personal strength and peace to assure success. Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. And Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Okay, so for those of you who might have gotten out of a toxic relationship here not too long ago, this could be a few months to maybe a few years, and like you're having like, oh, I should come back, or someone's maybe tried crawling back into your life, I would say they are, and what I'm saying is don't give them your time of day. With the Fox and the Rat and the Mule and the Spear, what I'm really feeling here is that there's someone trying to come back into your life, whether this is an ex, romantic partner, friend, family member that you've kind of tried cutting off. Really, this is something that's just not for you. You're moving past this. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to let them back into your life. With a great passion here, an emotionally secure, loving family, and Valley, it really feels like you've done a lot of inner work potentially in the past, and now it's all about putting all that work that you put into yourself and applying it and using it and not letting others use you, essentially. Don't fall back into the same patterns that you were in, because you have done the work and you don't really deserve it. So that's what I'm kind of feeling here. It might be an ex coming back, and I think the difficulty is going to be backing down from the fight. I think you're going to want to talk to them. I think you're going to want to set things straight. And in reality, you don't need to. It's not your place. Now is not the time. And your peace is more important than resolving their conflict. So that's what I have there. I'm going to pull a relationship card for you here. Okay. And what we have is trust issues. Accusatory, does not trust others, keeps others at arm's length, starts arguments with little provocation, rude and condescending. So for you, with this person coming back, you don't trust them anyway. Don't give them the time of day. It's just not worth it. This person might have been someone that you put a lot of trust into. This could have been a partner that you had, and they kind of broken all that trust that you did have. So, in reality, you really don't need them. I'm saying drop them. Your peace is more important than their conflict resolution. So, and then we have here judgment. I call this my judgmental bird boy. I love him. It's how I like to say to him with this little bird. As you can see, he's got that head tilt, and the judgment card here isn't like the traditional judgment. It's like, are you really going to go back to that person? Are you really going to put someone into that energy? Are you really going to put yourself in that energy again? It's very much like, it's the really, that's what you're going to do card. Yes, it sounds a little judgmental, but that's the judgment card in this deck. It's, I really want you to question if this is good for you or if this is good for the other person. And if it's good for the other person but bad for you, we aren't doing that today here. This is about finding your peace and protecting your peace and not having someone and not being someone else's conflict resolution. So, with that, that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more content like this, please hit the subscribe button down below. Otherwise, I really hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. So, bye!